Hi, I'm here for the 3:15 appointment with Dr. Macon. Lisa Renee Salem.
Right.
And I also want to see if you have that paper ready yet, the one that I've been waiting for like 3 weeks.
Well, I haven't received it yet, so when you go back to the back, you can get an update on it.
Therapist on telehealth, so I requested them.
Nobody's received it in the 3 weeks and the 2 weeks since I was supposed to come get it. In the two. Okay, can I sign a release form for my fair housing legal advocate? Because I'm going to give him a release form where he can request anything he needs.
No, just
okay. I will need a copy for myself that I can send to him and a copy to keep with you here on your files. Thank you. Okay, if you just read me the questions, I'll answer them. Unless you have a paper and pen, I'm not. Consider me your 80-year-old grandmother who's not living in the smart grid. I don't know how to do it.
Right, so we did this last time.
I know, but that I don't. I will answer the questions. I don't know how to do it, ma'am. I signed myself in. I will answer the questions if you can. Ma'am, do you realize I'm illiterate and this is documented? Yes.
I'm going to help you.
Okay.
Just relax.
Okay. Well, I'm tired of having to go through this every time. I'm an illiterate. I'm with a 6th grade education, and it is offensive to me.
I'm going to help you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm going to help you.
Okay. Okay.
At Gmail?
Yes.
Perfect. So that's already there. Let me check releases.
Because it's just for me, like it's the incentive.
Right.
One moment.
I'll have to ask your case manager about that. I'm not really sure the time frame on that.
I don't have a case manager.
It says other therapist is your case manager.
Okay.
Sorry about that. That's what I meant. So I'll ask Nicholas about that and see what he can do, what needs to be done still, if it's all done. When you signed that paper that she gave it back to her, she has it. So if she hasn't uploaded it yet, it'll be uploaded today, and then we'll be able to know more. I'll reference it with Nick and let him know. I'm not sure of the time frame of that. I would say just give us a call on Friday about the labs, and then we can also check and give you the answer on the other thing.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Hi.
How you doing? Sean here.
Alicia? Go ahead and have a seat.
Yes.
You ready for your dental appointment? You just see dental
I just got that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just got the card for my next one. So
Okay, all right.
I just gotta grab my paperwork from Dr. Macon and I'm out. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Everybody's here. Until next time, as they say.
All right.
I don't know whether we did that when we were working with it. Oh. Macon from Dr. Macon told me to come up here or unless that's already been done. Oh, Pasco. P-A-S-C-O. I'm sorry.
Sir? I'm sorry, who did you say you're here to see today? Alicia, thank you.
I'll squat down, I'll smell like Rice Krispies. Snap, crackle, pop. No, it really is. I didn't realize you walked away. It's really just a kid that's bothering.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Mark here.
All right, everyone, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Just a reminder, if you're done with my tomorrow at 5. All right, thank you so much. Have a good day. Yeah, they don't have emails to give out to me. We usually give them our emails or we give them a fax number and then it's over to us and then we give them, make sure that he gets all the documents he needs. I can give you my email and you can have that sent over to me and I can make sure that it's. So it's, last name Sam, and then my last name Avery, A as in apple, V as in Victor,
Hi. Sure.
I don't mean to be disrespectful staff again. We will not be allowed to
I
step
did
forward.
not disrespect him.
I very strongly disagree. I will see you for this appointment, but if I hear of that any single more time, and this isn't a conversation right now,
Right.
I apologize. I don't mean to be aggressive with you. Our staff worked very hard to put up a lot.
And I respect
And this
that.
is not a conversation. I apologize. I will see you for this appointment.
I apologize
Please
that
sit
you
quietly
did
in the waiting.
That's what I've been doing.
Please continue to do so. I will see you at your appointment.
January 1st, 99. Right, I understand that. Okay, so I will reach out to him right now and make sure that he knows that it needs to be filled out. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Who's here? Or my name? Oh, Victoria.
Miss Blair, pulling up right now for you. Okay, thank you. Can you let me in, please?
Alright, nice to meet you, Pakistan. Okay. I'll see you guys next time, okay?
Alright, thank you. Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Ashley.
Watkins? Ashley Watkins or Ashley Cousins? How many children? What's your name? I got you. Go ahead and have a seat. I'll be checking.
Thank you.
Yes. And I've had significant weight loss, which needs to be noted, because it's unwanted weight loss. Probably 10 or 12 pounds. Yeah, looks like I was 126, which is normal. And I was 116 last time, I believe, and now I'm 118.
So I have you down as 117 last time,
Okay,
and now you're 118, but back in November, you were like 126.
and that is what I was up until just very recently. That is what.
Have your eating habits or activity habits changed?
Well, I'm under a lot of stress as a victim of violent crime, and I was just assaulted in my home yesterday with a violent crime of home invasion, where my door was literally kicked in, and this is the life I live. So this has taken a big toll on me. This targeting and retaliation. I've been very sick. I just recently, after my last visit here, I spent 6 days in bed, and my kidneys took an extreme toll after 30 hours of vomiting on an empty stomach. And that was from March 24th, and that was up through, I was in bed for 6 days. And, I'm really doing a lot to take care of myself. And I'm really having a lot of progress, but at the same time, I'm up against these criminals who are trying to break me down at every turn. And,
Were you at home yesterday?
I was at home, yes.
Okay.
And it was the property manager, Richard Griffin, who got upset because I didn't answer my door, so he decided my barricaded door, so he decided with his 6'4" self to take his big old foot and put it through my door, breaking through a barricade door jamb, 2 steel knives, knocking over a table and a box fan to terrorize and traumatize the victim, the missing persons hostage in apartment 308, who they have tried everything in their power to get rid of, and they can't, because I'm not the criminal, they are. So, this has been a lot. I just survived another assassination attempt by electromagnetic satellite warfare in my apartment. That was the medical emergency that caused 30 hours of vomiting on an empty stomach, while my insides were nuked from the inside out right here on my already pre-existing internal injuries from the previous 2 attacks. And then I survived another failed kidnapping attempt a week ago from Sunday morning, with the swine-eating pigs from the Centerline PD beating on my door like the animals that they are, until they got the call to get off my door. This is an intelligence matter. After I have already been kidnapped out of that apartment by the pigs from the Centerline PD on an unlawful, bogus mental health petition. So this is what's going on. This is why I'm sick. And in addition, which is all trauma related, last year in March, when I survived those 2 electromagnetic assassination attempts, as I had reported to Dr. Macon, I did not have a menstrual cycle. And my menstrual cycles are very, very normal and problem-free, okay? And I did not have a menstrual cycle. I had one for the month of May. I did not have one for June or July, and then I had one in August. In December was my last menstrual cycle. I have now not had a menstrual cycle since December. This was one of the things I forgot to mention to him last time, why I really needed to come in for an appointment today. And I know it's not menopause, it was just time to stop. It's trauma related. The other issue is, and I've previously discussed this with him as well as my other doctors, I've been having this weird symptom for the last 2 years, where if my internal body temperature goes too low, my lymph nodes here in my throat start to swell up and go
quick,
numb.
honey, when did you say was your last period?
December 2023. and my lymph nodes and my tongue goes numb, and it feels like frostbite. I've been trying to figure this out for like 2 years, and I can't believe I'm the idiot that didn't connect the dots with the information that I do already know. If you're familiar with what Sorgen's disease is, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right, it is a secondary autoimmune disease that accompanies already pre-existing autoimmune, like I have with the chronic fatigue syndrome, and it specifically affects the mouth.
So you said when your internal temperature drops, what happens to your mouth?
My lymph nodes here in my neck, and my tongue, like as if where they connect with the blood vessels underneath, it swells up, and the left side of my tongue turns white, and everything goes numb as if it's frostbite. And when this happens, I have to get in a bed, and I have to put the heating pad inside, down the back of my shirt, and get my internal body temperature up, and then I will thaw out. It's the only way I can describe it. And, you know, for 2 years I've been trying to figure this out. I thought it was nerve damage, and it very well may be. But I really do believe that it is the Sorgen's syndrome. So that's what I want.
Let me see the spelling of that so I make sure I put it in here right.
And I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right because I do have a speech impediment.
No, it's okay. And I'm not familiar, you know what I mean, with all of them, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I know. They got a million different names because if we all had the
It's
same
like
name.
a rare vascular disorder, right? Maybe.
It is. Well, I don't know. I just know that it is a secondary autoimmune disease that affects the mouth. But I do have vascular disease. Small blood vessel disease. I have delimenting disease, and I have chronic ischemic disease.
There we go. I found it.
Right.
SJ. Okay.
That's it. And this could happen on a 99-day degree with 99% humidity in the middle of August. Okay.
Alrighty. What's your pain level today?
I have a headache that is probably at about an 8 that I have had since yesterday as a result of...
Well, the home invasion, all those things.
Yeah, everything.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, and it's more. It's too much. It's too much, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop.
Blood pressure's a little up today.
Yeah, that's what's making my head explode.
Right.
And I did, last night, after an entire day of the top of my head blowing off, I got so desperate that I did take 2 of the prescription strength ibuprofen, and that is the first pills I have taken since February, because I've pretty much done with those pharmaceutical pills, and it didn't take it away. My head is just exploded.
You took 2, what was the milligram?
The 600 milligrams,
Gotcha.
The same ones that are prescribed by Dr. Macon.
Gotcha. Right, hon, I'm gonna send him your chart, and he'll be in shortly, okay?
All right, thank
All right,
you.
honey, it was good seeing you.
You too.
Oh, sorry.
Salem. How are you?
Oh,
What can I do for you today?
I'm traumatized and I'm terrorized. However, I have to keep my head on straight, and I have to keep my emotions in control, and I can't lose my shit, so I take the physical brunt. And not well. I'm losing a lot of weight, and a lot of weight rapidly. My head has been exploding off the top of my head since yesterday, after I was a victim of home invasion, an unlawful entry, and property damage in my own home. Then two other things that I had forgot to mention at our visit last time, which were important, but they slipped my mind. When I had mentioned to you those symptoms I have been having over the last couple of years, where the tongue, it starts with these lymph nodes, and then the tongue goes numb.
Yeah, I recall you mentioning it.
When my internal body temperature goes too low, and I said that I thought it was neurological damage. Well, that's been happening for about 2 years. And what happens is when the internal body temperature goes too low, like if I'm getting out of the tub or if I'm too cold outside or something like that, these lymph nodes right here swell up and go numb. And then like all these blood vessels under the tongue in the left half of my tongue, and it turns white, like, and it feels and looks like frostbite. And I have to like get in the bed and put a heating pad down my back and thaw myself out. Sorgens. I'm not pronouncing it right. S-J-O-R. It's a secondary autoimmune condition that often accompanies a primary autoimmune, like I have, that affects the mouth.
Usually with that one, it's like decreased secretions, though. Instead of like temperature change, it's usually like super dry.
And my mouth does get dry. It gets real cottonmouthish.
Well, there's labs that can be checked.
And well, I mean, it's going to show the same thing as any other autoimmune disease. We got to go by A nuclear test and whether or not there's inflammation at the time or there's not. And then there's nothing to be done about it except continuing doing what I'm doing by managing it through my lifestyle. So I learned a long time ago that the tests are unnecessary. I went through all of them. I saved all my documents with it, and I take them everywhere I go because I'm not going to be a continuous medical test.
There's medications that can help Sjogren's.
I don't want medications. And that's not to say that might not be a necessary option at some point later on. But I have not taken these other pharmaceuticals since February until yesterday. I took 2 of those ibuprofen because the top of my head is still exploding. And I had to cancel my physical therapy for today. I had to cancel it a day last week. I had to cancel it a day before. No, because of the crimes. Because I can't because of these crimes against me. Now my door's kicked in. Now now I got a 3-day notice to leave the apartment for that 7 days. And for the last 2 weeks or so, I've been thinking the fair housing guy had my medical document that he's been waiting on, and I just found out yesterday that he didn't have it.
Yeah, well, was it, I couldn't contact you because I
walked over. Yeah, I delivered that with the fax information. I was supposed to come back in a week, which would have been the 24th, and get the copy myself. I was busy surviving a 30-hour electromagnetic terrorist attack again to my internal organs right here on top of the already pre-existing injuries, vomiting on an empty stomach from noon Wednesday until afternoon on Thursday. And it took a huge toll on my kidneys. I was in bed for 6 weeks. My kidneys were in excruciating pain, and I did not eat from Wednesday. Actually, Tuesday would have been the last time I ate up until Sunday. I had just been sipping on fresh blueberry juice and trying to swish magnesium in my mouth and get my electrolytes and fluids back up. And then I started slowly eating chicken soup on Sunday. And so that's why I never came to got it, but I was hoping that it would have just been faxed there. So now I have an emergency sit-down Zoom meeting with the fair housing agent tomorrow and with his leadership, because this is I did not get my 30-day notice. I did not get my 15-day notice. I just straight got a 3-day notice that I am being ushered out of my apartment to sit in the parking lot. And he did say that he does want to know, like, for example, he said that this is important information. I am not physically able, and this is medically documented on my physical therapy stuff, the most weight I can pick up is a gallon of milk, and I cannot carry a gallon of milk. And that depends on what my strength and condition is at that time. And it is also important to note that I do not even own furniture. I do not even have a bed, because I can tolerate to sit in a chair for like a half-hour appointment like this if I have to. I have not been able to sleep in beds, sit on couches, sit on chairs, or any of that for 10 years. And I live on a blanket on the floor because of my spine. I sleep with a cervical collar, and I am not able to go sit in their community room or just go sit in the parking lot for 8 hours a day, 7 days. And like I said, I just went through a 6-day stretch again where I couldn't even get out of bed for 6 days. And that can happen at any time. You know, I could have 2 months where I'm doing good, then all of a sudden something like that happens unexpectedly, out of nowhere. And, you know, they got the money in their contract to put us up in a hotel, but they're hoping that we won't know our ADA rights and that we won't know to request a reasonable accommodation for our disability. And there's people over there, my poor neighbor across the hall, that 65-year-old lady has a bird cage built in her back. She can't even stand up to walk straight, and she's in far worse condition than I am, as are many of the people there. And what is being done to these people is, it's a sin and it is a crime against humanity. It's awful.
They're giving money to put people up. It's not right for them to know.
Well, it's not. And you know, it's supposed to be senior residence. You know, it's supposed to be designed to make the lives of seniors and disabled people easier, to easily manage their life, and that's not what it is.
So, unfortunately, we need a release set so we can fax them over, even though we didn't have it last time, just so that, because it's your...
Can I sign a release with you?
Yeah.
Oh, and I had requested at the front desk with the lady, I requested if I could do one of these to take with me and also do one to leave with you. So if I could get a copy that I could also send to him that he could have of one of these release forms.
What do you mean? So yeah, this is like for us to send him stuff.
Right, and could I also fill a release form in case he needs to request additional information?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's but so this will allow us to release anything to him.
Oh, okay.
So a release of records from My Care Health Center to the Fair Housing Specialist, Aaron Hagos?
Yes.
This way, any documents he needs, including just the letter, we can send and respect your privacy.
Okay, and can I have a copy of that and the actual letter for my own documents?
Of course.
Okay. And could you also give me another one of those letters? I am not a threat to myself or others.
Are you having any suicidal or
No, I'm not, but I have been a victim of a violent crime, and I do have video of it, and it has been reported to law enforcement through my probation officer, Sue Schaefer, at the 37th District Court, who I am very blessed to have. She's a very decent woman, and you know, I don't know if she's on my side, but she's not against me. Okay, and I've also, and my APS worker, Adult Protective Services for the state of Michigan as of 2021. She contacted them yesterday, and she has also made a police report of her own. She is actually an investigating agent in my missing persons case. And the fair housing people, they know all of this, and they are actually trying to defend me against it. And I don't want anybody to turn anything around. I've already provided them a copy of that psych evaluation that I gave you.
Good.
I did that about 3 weeks ago because I had a 23-minute conversation with the manager, Richard Griffin, the 6'3" grown man who kicked my door down yesterday, unannounced and without calling my phone, without announcing himself or anything. He just kicked my door in. And I thought it was the cops, and I was screaming, "Get out of here, you don't have a warrant." And it wasn't until he stuck his face through my broken door and he said, "Miss Salem, I'm not here to arrest you."
Why did he say he was there?
He said he was there for the building inspections for this same thing that they're trying to push me out the door in 3 days without notices for. And that wasn't the case. And I woke up this morning to a whole slew of lease violations on my door. And I just need something that's currently and more recently dated to verify. I am not a threat to myself or others. Just in case it's needed. But no, I gave him that, and we had what was a 23-minute conversation. It was basically him sitting there with his eyeballs the size of saucers, learning everything that he's not supposed to know, because if he did, he wouldn't do the things that he's doing. And then I handed him the 7-page psych evaluation, and I told him, I said, hopefully this will serve as a protection against the cops coming over here trying to keep kidnapping me, and hopefully this will verify my credibility to you, to who I am as a person, and that I am not the criminal here or the threat to others. And he thanked me, he said, "Could I make a copy of this?" I said, "That copy's for you, that's an extra copy, please keep that in my file." And I said to him, and it's all video recorded, okay? And I said to him, now, when we ended it, I told him, I said, "I don't like this." I said, "I have to live here and you have to work here. So, I would prefer not to keep bad air between us. And if we could just, now that we've gotten on the same page and we've kind of coordinated and have established an understanding, if we could pretend like none of these things ever happened." And he agreed with a smile on his face. And I thought that was the end of things, but... Well, I'm not that naive, but, but I have that recorded for a reason, in case something like this happened. So, but this is the stress I'm under, and in addition to my already pre-existing conditions, which I spend every day of my life working very hard and very proactively trying to take care of myself and support my immune system and physically rehabilitate myself. I'm trying to do all the best things for myself. I'm trying to become the best version of myself that I can be, and I'm up against all of this. And it's making me sick, and I've lost about 12 or 13 pounds, unwanted weight loss. I'm probably going to...
At least from last time you were in, thankfully you're pretty stable from last time. Maybe from historical weight. So last time you were like 117, so thankfully at least
yeah,
you stayed
I
stable.
should be about 126, and I dropped from the 126 to that 117 very rapidly in like a matter of a couple weeks, and I was seeing myself in the mirror getting flatter and flatter, and I have days where I can't even eat at all. Okay, in addition to, I'm pretty much down to just raw fruit and vegetables anyways, because all this crap makes me sick. It's not real food, and it sits in your stomach like the food-like substance that it is, that doesn't break down and digest because it's not food. And so, and then in addition to all of this,
Who can eat with all this stress and trauma and terror? Who can?
That's a lot. Well, there's always other like additional workup if you're ever interested in pursuing. You know, once the stress calms down, if your symptoms persist, especially the weight loss, and I would recommend making sure, you know, at 53, make sure you're up to date on your colonoscopy, mammogram.
I won't do those. I'm completely against those. And it crosses the line into even going against my spiritual beliefs. I would like to do more blood work today. I do. My kidneys really took a beating and were in a lot of pain for several days. However, I do believe that I've taken care of that. I want to just do blood work and see. In other words, I'm not having the pain anymore, put it that way.
Are you able to leave a urine sample? And we can see if there's any like protein spilling over. Sometimes that
I probably can. And another thing is, okay, and this is all part of the physical therapy we're doing, is my hips. Now, the day before yesterday.
Come on.
Just got a call from you on the line.
Okay, I'll be right there.
I'll be real quick. The day before yesterday, for like 2 days, I couldn't walk hardly. My hips were like coming up, felt like they were collapsing out underneath me, and my back here was just so weak, and the way it feels and looks in my mind's eye, the only way I can describe it, my bone here just feels so brittle. It feels like it's just snap in two.
You know, one thing, have you, are you still having regular cycles?
No.
You know, one thing that...
And the reason why is the trauma. Now, do you remember I reported to you in June? I completely missed it. And I am a very regular, very healthy person, okay? And then I just completely skipped, I think it was June and July. And then in August, I came back and reported I had my cycle just like normal. And I did up until December. I haven't had a cycle since December. And it is a result of all this stress and all this trauma and all this terrorism that my body takes the full force of. Well, I have to protect my mind from it.
We could also check your hormones as well. You know, one thing being 53, that you could be starting to enter like a perimenopausal state as well.
We can do that. I just to tell you up front, because I don't want to waste your time. If it does say something's out of balance, I will not do any kind of hormone therapy or treatment. I will just use the knowledge and information to try to balance things out naturally.
I don't manage those hormones anyway, so it's
okay.
situation.
Well, I just didn't want you to waste your time with an unnecessary test if I wasn't.
Well, that's your blood if you don't.
That's what they told me at the Total Health Care, that there's no point in doing the test if I'm not going to do the treatment. So, I mean, never mind that I would like the information from my own knowledge, right?
I'd say if for your own knowledge is worth getting.
It is, but
says you have to do treatment.
Well, Jenna said it wasn't no point in doing the test if I wasn't going to do follow-up treatment, so.
I disagree, but everyone practices in their own kind of way, but I mean, that way at least you would have.
Now, did you see anything on with my kidneys last time?
No, everything looked good.
And did my thyroid look okay?
Yeah.
And did the liver look okay?
Yep. Actually, all your results came back looking good.
Okay.
Yeah, thankfully everything was coming back good. So that'll give us a good reference point.
Well, maybe we should do those tests too again, since I've been through a whole lot of crap since then.
Yeah, so that, especially with like the kidney and the liver function, the comprehensive metabolic profile will show a repeat of all that. So let me tell them that we got to get a couple of things, and then these will be up at.
And there really is not a dependable way to reach me. And I've tried to explain to the front desk, that's not me trying to be difficult. That's not me refusing to give the information. It's human trafficking, and that is not my fault. And it is beyond my control.
I don't think there is stress about that. It's more the language you're using.
No, I don't. I don't cuss, I don't swear, I don't insult them. Dr. Macon, I don't know the whole story of what's really going on. I do know pieces and parts, and I do, and based on the knowledge and information I do have, which I may or may not be true, I don't believe you do either. And I honestly believe there are things going on behind your back that you don't know about, and they don't want you to know about. And I assume, not knowing you, that that's probably because you're not a criminal and you're not cut from the same cloth that they are. And, you know, so that, you know, they can't let you know things. And I don't know all the details, but I do know enough. And no, I am not rude. And they have gaslit me with that numerous times.
I know, but I have to protect my staff.
I understand that, and I respect that, but I'm not that kind of person. Did I sign that paper? I don't remember.
It'll all be up at the front.
Oh, but I'm not that kind of person.
Okay.
And I'm not too ignorant and arrogant to know that that's not going to get me what I need, the documentation, the medical tests. I'm a little bit smarter than that.
Even if you don't get along with them, I would not reason to deny you care.
It's not that I don't get along with them. It's that I ask the questions they don't want to give me the answers to. Like, why are you canceling my appointment with Mr. Winters after you have, why do you keep canceling they ran me through a whole numerous month-long string of crap. And then they violated my patient rights by just telling me, oh, sorry, your appointment's canceled, we don't want you here to have it. Fine, I already have one scheduled for the next day anyways, that I was paying $400 out of my pocket for, okay? That I trust a whole lot more than this one. And, no, I am very, very polite intentionally, even if I don't want to be. I talk to them polite, intentionally. I don't raise my voice. I don't call it.
As long as it stays that way and it's mutual.
I ask simple yes or no questions like, for this document, I'm in an emergency situation. I called 3 times yesterday, and all 3 times I sat on hold for 8 minutes. I timed it. And I called back every 8 minutes, back to back, and I kept saying, yes, this is Lisa Renee Salem. I'm calling back again. This is my 3rd call to try to find out about
probably helping
the document.
The whole time.
And then I was like, well, and they're like, well, okay, hold. And I'm like, okay, this has been 3 weeks. I'm 3 days a week from ending up out in the parking lot. And it's like, nobody wants to give me the yes or no answer. And I don't get rude, I don't get disrespectful. I go along with it. Because I'm never alone, even when I'm alone. And everything they say and do that I may not see or hear is still seen or heard.
Yeah, it's all recorded.
Well, yeah, it is. It is all recorded.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know that I am not that kind of a person. And I do respect you. And I do give them the respect that they deserve as the professionals.
Because every time they come to me and say before and after appointments, it's very aggressive and hostile.
That is not true. So, is not true.
I'm sorry, I do apologize. I do have a phone call waiting. So we will
okay.
continue.
I just want you to know, because that's embarrassing to me, that somebody would think that.
As long as everyone can maintain mutual respect, that's
okay.
So get your 4
blood work
labs, and then this will all be your way.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Not doing calibration. Because that's one time I've known a long time before I did it for a long time. Wherever I went, those one dishes, that's what they for. I learned what it is, what it is. Because when you play Fight now, when I first had an iPhone 7, a cell phone system, when I clicked there, I couldn't buy it now. You know what I mean? Yeah. They just locked me out of the job, locked me out even, and I was worried. I thought they was
Thank you.
I couldn't buy it now. I tried.
You want to talk to the doctor? No, so you want to talk to the doctor? Explain to you about why she need to be present.
$9.9 billion.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They're rip-offs too. They're like it's like a lottery or something. Yeah, that's what they do. Lottery, yeah. Gabby? Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. Hey, Gabby. I need something to use the restroom right here. Just bring your cut that out with you, okay? Knock on the door.
Oh, no.
Right there.
Just getting your lab order.
Oh, take your time. I'm not in a hurry.
Just checking out the brochures. Lots of them.
I have one for you, but I know you have somebody ahead of you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not
Urine.
Oh, okay.
So just bring it back in with you and put it in the first sink in the lab. Your name's on top. And there's that.
I forgot about this. I probably should have drank some water. Do you have water in there?
Yep. Do you want me to get you some? Yeah, that's fine. We can figure out give her that's for the blood.
I can probably go in probably about the next 10 minutes by the time we're done with the blood. Does
Yeah,
that
let me
work?
get you some.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to give her back. What you trying to get? You had copies before, right? The birthday.
And I don't need much. That's enough.
That's good.
I haven't even had time to drink anything today.
Yeah. She said you're too short. I am inclined of height.
Oh, right in the lot.
Oh.
You walk out of the
Do you need a whole lot?
No.
Just a little one? Okay, and then I come back here to do the blood work?
Oh, good.
Shelby?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, you too. Oh, great, thank you. You're welcome. Enjoy the rest of your day. You too.
Tell me what to do. Thanks, Joanne. Have a fantastic day. Don't work too hard.
Have a good night, Chris. Drive safe.
Okay.
What, say your name again for me one more time? Karim, give me 1 second, okay?
The top line.
You should be up there.
Except too long.